Hello again, I'm Blunty. I went and saw Avatar last night, so let's talk about what I thought about Avatar. I sat down in the cinema, I put on the 3D goggles and I went, okay, Jimmy, John, Cameron, show me what you got. Impress me. And from the opening scene, I was just like, this is, without question, one of the most impressive looking movies ever. It is one of the most beautifully shot movies ever shone through a projection screen onto a... It's shone through a projection screen, shone onto a projector screen. It looks beautiful, and this is a bad thing. It's a good thing, because it's a mastery of just the craft of making things look beautiful on the screen. But it's a bad thing because a lot of people out there are going to get swept up in this, going, it looks so... and it's going to be so overwhelming for some people. And I've seen this already. I've known some people who came out of it and just went, best movie ever! And they just got swept up in how good it looks. And I will say this, the cast in it were amazing. I can't remember the last time I sat down and I watched a movie and was impressed with every single person on the screen. Usually there's someone you go, who cast that dickhead? I mean, what are they doing there? But this movie, every character, every person on the screen is just wonderful and powerful, and just... I would not be surprised if this movie won a whole sweep of awards for performances, for visual effects, for sound design, for the score and everything. It was a beautifully constructed piece of cinema. And this is a bad thing. Because like I said before, people are getting swept up in all this pizzazz and shininess, and when you boil it down, when you just take it as a piece of storytelling, that's where it falls down. And a lot of people are just glossing over this, I've seen, because it looks so impressive and it sounds so impressive and it's wonderful and beautiful and CG and the uncanny valley has disappeared. You believe in these big blue creatures wandering around. You feel for them. You don't see them as a CG monster alien thing anymore. They are people to be passionate about. You don't think about them being computer generated. You're not distracted by that. You just believe in them. But the story is weak, thin, cliche, been there, done that. I mean, this is, if you took Fern Gully and Pocahontas and threw them together in a big mixing bowl and vomited it up on an alien planet somewhere, you'd pretty much get this movie. This is not a movie to go to if you want to be challenged, if you want to sit down and think, if you want to be exposed to a new way of thinking about certain issues, because everything about this movie has been done before in much the same way. The characters you've seen before, not done as well as these ones have, albeit, but you've seen it before in other movies. The themes they tackle, you've seen it before in other movies, and you've seen it handled exactly the same way in other movies. This is, without any question, a Hollywood story, okay? It follows a very, very predictable pattern of ups and downs and twists that you see telegraphed from a mile away, and the obvious foreshadowing of certain things. It's just so heavy-handed with everything it does. It just treats you like an idiot, basically. James Cameron has said, down, I'm going to make one of the most beautiful films ever shot, but I'm going to treat the audience like they're a bit thick. And I'm going to spell everything out for them really slowly, and I've lost my background. God damn it, what's going on? Okay, slight technical malfunction remedied. Let's get on with the review. This movie looks beautiful, but this is not a beautiful movie, if you get my meaning. It has no heart, no soul. It's like just one of those gorgeous girls who trade on you being distracted by how gorgeous they look and hoping and praying you don't notice they're a vacuous, selfish, self-absorbed little idiot prick before it's too late. You know, that, look at me, I'm beautiful, please don't notice that I just am a soulless beast. Kinda like what Avatar is. Laboured metaphor, I may have some issues here. Does it move you? Yes, it does, because the performances are so amazing. You will get attached to these characters, you will ride with them, you will get upset, when someone's in trouble or about to die and, shit starts hitting the fan and all that sort of stuff. You will get swept up with that. But then you realise James Cameron is treating you like an idiot and you feel insulted, or at least I felt insulted by it. So let's talk about the alien culture, shall we? The big blue guys you've seen in the trailers. If you've seen the trailer, you probably get the gist. We go to this world, there's a mineral that actually, while we're talking about the mineral, they actually called it unobtainium. the core mineral, the reason we're on that planet of Pandora, mining and stripping away the forest and all that sort of stuff, is for a mineral that's called unobtainium. If you're not aware of tropes and cliches, unobtainium is a joke amongst screenwriters. Okay, unobtainium is that mystery substance, that thing. Kryptonite is unobtainium. It exists to push a story forward for no other purpose. It has no real value but to give the writers an excuse to just give the story a shove in that direction. And they actually called the unobtainium in the story unobtainium. I don't know whether they did it for a joke or they really are that uninspired, but James, give people some credit. Back to the alien culture, again, it's nothing you haven't seen in a billion other stories about, primitive, savage alien culture that somehow, turns out to be wise and connected with nature, and we can learn something from them instead of rushing with guns going, kill everything, mine everything, we're evil white guys from planet Earth and we want to rape, we haven't learned the lessons of our history and we've destroyed our planet, now we're raping your planet, military, science, oh wait, nature, oh yeah, trees are good. Thanks, James, we're not idiots, stop it. It's just thin, it's basic, it's a shell of a story wrapped around in the most beautiful wrapping paper and ribbons and, whatever card that you could ever wish to get. It is a stunningly, beautifully wrapped present. It's a gift. It's stunning. You see this under the Christmas tree and you went, oh, that's mine, please say that's mine. And you get it and you go, this is amazing. And you open it up and, it's can of beans, and you go, well, that was, what was buried inside all that beautiful wrapping was a lot less inspiring than I had hoped for. I've had beans before. They never came wrapped this beautifully, but I've had beans before. That's what Avatar is. It's a gift of beans in wonderful wrapping. That may have been the most awkward metaphor I have ever used to describe a movie, but there you have it. You got to go see this movie, and you got to go see it on the big screen, because if you wait for it for DVD or you download it or whatever, you're not gonna get the fullest, best experience from this. And this is one of those movies you really do have to go into the cinema, sit down, go and pick a good cinema. I don't care if you have to travel 20 miles because your local cinema is shit. Travel those 20 miles and see it in a good cinema with a good screen, with a good sound system. See it in 3D if you can, because it is a wonderful cinematic experience. And I know I'm probably going to be one of the few people who have talked to you, I'm talking directly to you, mother effer, about this movie and isn't, whoa, best movie ever! If you see someone go, best movie ever, you walk up to them and you go, whack! Right across their face and you go, no! Prettiest movie ever, most beautiful movie ever, not the best movie ever, because the story was weak and cliche and strung together from bits of several other movies that you've seen before, and yes, they were great movies, and yes, this does it better than they did, but it's not original, it's not challenging, it's not thought-provoking, it's cliche, it's obvious, and it's ham-fisted. Go see Avatar, check it out. Try not to be too insulted because James Cameron thinks you're a moron. Catch you next time.